And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Scarlet Hollow. From what I'm told, we may actually finish the currently released amount of Scarlet Hollow today. Which is gonna make me very sad because I'm enjoying this game very much. Yes. We're about to head to Reese's. I love that Stella's in a Ghostbusters outfit. Oh, it's so cute. Head to Reese's. Alright, shall we head out? The three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. You once again find yourself in front of Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, the sun already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. We're a little early. What if Dr. Kelly yells at us? There's no such thing as early when you're hanging out with friends. That's just extra time you get to spend together. Okay, but what if she yells at us? Oh, hey, you're up on your feet. It's too late. The door swings open. Hey, Reese. Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Lore, right? I've heard a lot about you. Stella's been relentless about making sure I got all the lore updates. My name is perfect for that line. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend. Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. Are they here already? I knew you'd show up early, Stella. And you brought the dog. Great. Yeah, I thought you might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay. Stella, we can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy-chewed dog jerkies stashed away. The gall! The gumption! This is a violation of my rights, as well as my right to have Gretchen along. I took talk to animals for a reason. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away towards her van. You keep her safe from that monster, Lore, you hear? You don't let a feather of harm fall on my darling Stella. Well, what about you, Lore? Are you coming in? Absolutely. Well, I'm not going to be confrontational with Reese immediately. I'm going to say I'm going to wait for Stella and Kanika. Fine. A quiet sets in as you wait for Stella and Kanika to come back from the van. Okay, we're back. Great, let's get this over with. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself feels too sterile, uncomfortably tiny, to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma of store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'd be half convinced you'd wandered into a real estate showing. So, how can I lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the dinner rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner, and you can leave my house and go on about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. Oh, is he responsible for the unsettling art on the walls? We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to your disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yes, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool, we'll just be downstairs. You won't even know we're here. Oh, she will, Stella. She's acutely aware. You make your way towards the basement stairs. The basement is what you might expect out of a tortured artist who spends all his time confined to his studio. Discarded canvases line its edges, while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room, hiding the bare cement floor. Ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out at their creator. Well, that's unsettling. So, he's a horror painter, huh? Alright. So why doesn't Gretchen like you? Is there something actually supernatural about you? Or, do you just give off a vibe? This is some creepy artwork. There's a Hellraiser poster? Oh, that painting on his easel is fucked up in a great way. I like that. Don't want to stare at it for too long, but that's a really cool painting. On the right side near Stella. Oh yeah, I see it. It's on the wall that's facing the center of the screen. Okay. I hadn't looked at that wall yet. That is a very angry eyebrows pinhead. I love it. Your mom is so scary. She could be a little intense, kind of overprotective, which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. Oh, we're not going to open with what are you sick with? I'll start with, so you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school here is a tiny K-12. Not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks, and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks, like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when you got past that. I'm pretty sure only you got past that, Stella. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here. Though, to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. I'll say your mom is scary. I feel like she used to be less scary, but maybe I was just oblivious as a teen. Speak for yourself. It's possible she's gotten a bit of an edge lately. I think my condition has been stressing her out a lot. It used to be something she thought she could fix, but I think she's kind of accepted that it's just something we have to manage. But even if she is a little harsh, she means well. She's just looking out for me. Flirt! She's kind of hot! Is isolating you from your friends looking out for you? I don't think... Does she do that? She did turn us away yesterday. You came by yesterday? She didn't tell me. I was probably just asleep. She must have forgotten to mention it. I don't know if I would call that isolating. She didn't want to wake me up. I don't think that's her being controlling or anything. making some excuses. You seem to think she's controlling, and are trying to deny it. Not to cast any doubt on that, but she did say I couldn't bring you any food. She knows that's how I show my friends how much I appreciate them, and she knows I can work around all kinds of allergies and intolerances. Not gonna lie, it felt weird. I don't know, my body is pretty particular when it comes to food. Has to have blood in it. She just prefers to have full control over what I eat, so... okay, maybe that does sound controlling. But it's for a good reason. If I eat the wrong thing, it could really mess me up, so she has to regulate my food. What are you sick with? Sorry, Reese. Laura's pretty direct. We don't have to talk about your illness. It's okay. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life is going to be. He doesn't have AIDS, does he? You're so macabre, Reese. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me. But it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time. No one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to get better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. Well, let's make it less miserable. Hang out with your friends. So I've done my morning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box, just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Dang, Reese. I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, guys, but you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. We'll all join the worms one day. Surely there must be something the doctors can do for you. Even if it's just helping you deal with the symptoms. The doc upstairs has consulted with a lot of specialists. I've tried a lot of medications. Sure, some have been able to alleviate symptoms, but they always come with their own fun side effects. It wound up being a question of picking which set of discomforts I wanted to deal with. I settled on constant nausea and vomiting and a persistent itch I can't scratch. It's manageable. As long as I can still paint, I don't care. And hey, it isn't all bad. Some of it is just weird. Like this. Reese pulls on the skin of his arm. It stretches unnaturally. Ooh, that is a little creepy. It made a snapping sound. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Nope, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. So, has Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days? Oh, she's told me all about what you guys have found out there. I wish I could see some of it myself, but, you know... He gestures in futility towards the walls of the basement. Are you sure you can't just sneak out one of these nights? The doc isn't keeping me prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick. You know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to... There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort. Really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die's already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts? Let me see. Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming up to my window at night. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they looked like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put it together that we might have been seeing the same thing until just now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Is that what you painted on the walls here? That's them, all right. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? Maybe he's turning into one. I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. Agree to disagree with you there. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally if she wasn't like that towards everyone, or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I have to get Tabitha and Stella together. I'll pass, thanks. What do you think's going on with Wayne? Who? You know, that guy who's been following Laura around, being all ominous. Oh yeah, that slasher creep. I appreciate the classic Jason vibe he has going on. Here's hoping it doesn't live up to the look, for all our sakes. Do you think the town is doomed? You know what, screw it, I'll ask that. I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a different question. That's more cynical than I was hoping for. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be rioting on Main Street, and if Stella or the doc didn't tell me, I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. Your art. Each piece exudes a sickening miasma. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brush strokes acting as steel bars, trapping some anguished being within. I feel the emotions you put into these. It's so emo. Feel the emotions you put into these. They're writhing just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint. And when they're done, I feel like I've been emptied out and all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away in the canvas. Therapeutic, then! It's why I make so many of them. Sometimes, when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in. Sounds kind of like therapy? That seems healthy, probably. Yeah, art therapy. Sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? I think so. It works for me, at least. That's quite a movie collection you've got. Got any Rex? Let me think. Oh, have you heard of Shido-Chi Deathblood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror and found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Dang, I would usually be down for that, but we've got to head over to Oscar's after this. We promised we'd ghost bust his place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. I'll take a rain check on that movie, though. Yeah, we'll definitely come by for movie night this week. I'm free tomorrow night. Same goes for Lore. I should probably work tomorrow, but I can close up early. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. Yeah, it'd be great to have you along. That would be so amazing. But I haven't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It sucks. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. I will remain silent. Because I'm not going to press us to leave this guy. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. I don't want anyone sharing their germs at the dinner table. Sure thing, Doc. I'm allergic to soap. I can't wash my hands. Yes, ma'am. You make your way towards the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house. But more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You felt this before in the dusty tunnels you so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream heard through layers of rock, trying to draw you towards it. You feel lightheaded. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Oh my god! Look at all these options! Open the door! I'm scrolling through. Mystical, snap yourself out of it. Ooh! I like that it's buried. Do I open the door or do I snap myself out of it? Ooh. Ooh. Which do I want to do? Oh, you're voting for Mystical? Yeah, I was leaning towards that myself. You do your best to snap yourself out of it, turning into the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly eyes all of you with a sharp, fierce gaze. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of the setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets towards Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I work too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Oh, shut down. Well, you have excellent taste in brands. If you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. You didn't tell me they came by yesterday. You were asleep. I didn't want them to wake you up. But you could have told me. Why? They were coming over today anyway. Courtesy? I would just rather know these things. Noted. Oh no, I'm not gonna talk about her poisoning your kid. That'll get us kicked out immediately. About Reese. Ooh, which of these do I want to say? I could press her with "It must break your heart." I'm going to say it must break your heart having to isolate your son from the world like this. It's just another unfortunate side effect of his illness. Both of us have just had to come to terms with it. It's not the life I wanted for him, but it's the life he has to lead. Maybe he doesn't have to. Ow! Jeez, Kanika, your boots are heavy! Hey, goth boots will do that. Sorry, Dr. Kelly, we're totally respectful of Reese's boundaries, even though they might seem a little arbitrary and strict. Isn't that right, Stella? You can kick me all you like. It won't change my bold attitude and outgoing personality. You know, Doc, I feel pretty okay. I don't think having people over is all that rough on me. We'll see how you feel in an hour. After the pills kick in. I'll say Reese is a talented artist. You must be very proud of him. He has a lot of skill, honed through practice and dedication. I can't say I understand a lot of his pieces, but of course I'm proud. Thanks, Doc. Why do you call her Doc instead of Mom? What exactly does he have? He has a combination of genetic diseases that give him a fragile immune system, among other things. It's too much to get into, a lot of technical terms that I'd have to explain. It's not good dinner talk, and it can't be pleasant for him to have to hear it again, so let's drop it. I'm fine talking about it. I'd rather we talk about something else. You can feel the tension at the table start to rise. Small talk. Lie, the food's really good? Is the food not good? Have you ever seen a dead body? I have. I'll say my cousin says she admires you. Really? I didn't think Tabitha could look up to anyone who isn't a Scarlet. You just didn't get to know her. She had tons of inspirations. Rockefeller, Carnegie, Ford. Oh, it's even worse. If she admires me so much, she shouldn't be afraid to come in for her yearly physical. Especially since her aunt and now her mother both passed away at such relatively young ages. And I think the women in the previous generation fared even worse than that. I can't remember the last time I saw her in my office. She should get her priorities straight. You can tell her I said that. Maybe she'll listen to family. What were Stella and Kanika like as kids? Noisy and messy, like all kids. And they always had those little projects, videos or crafts or animal rescues, whatever it was that had captured their imaginations that week. Oh, I'm seeing a little wistfulness in your expression now, Dr. Kelly. So, like I said, noisy and messy. Didn't we bring a dead squirrel into your house once? Oh, God, not the squirrel. I remember that squirrel. Didn't you think the doc could Frankenstein it back to life or something? I was like 12. I was very susceptible to what I saw in media, and very sad about that squirrel. That's one of the things that keeps me up at night. I still feel guilty about bringing that thing into your house, Dr. Kelly. I'm just glad you didn't make it a habit. Thanks for putting this together, Dr. Kelly. I don't usually have to cook for so many people. I'm just glad there's enough for everyone. It reminded me of what it used to be like when these two would come over. Hungry teenagers eating me out of house and home. I should have charged your parents for all the food you kids went through, honestly. It was like I was running a restaurant, not a doctor's office. Do we want to be weird? Where were you last night when Rosalina got hurt? I don't think that's a good question. Have the police contacted you about Duke's body yet? Last I heard, they still haven't found it. Let's see. See any weird hairless creatures scurrying around in the woods? I don't tend to go wandering in the woods, so no. You don't have to go all the way to the woods. They've been coming to our windows at night. They've been... what? There's these things called ditchlings. They've been preying on the local wildlife. And Laura and I found a whole nest of them the other night when we... Oh, I see. Some of your little cryptozoological creatures. I know it sounds pretty out there, but I've seen these things in person. We're not messing around. They're out there, laying eggs in animals, and doing God knows what else. And here I thought you finally managed to get an even head on your shoulders, Kanika. Seems like Stella might be a bad influence on you. I know her little stories can be convincing, but that's only because she's managed to so thoroughly convince herself. She's not making up stories. Neither is Kanika, and neither am I. All you have to do is look outside after dark. There have been more every night. They're all pale and doughy, and their faces, they're like sculptures of humans that didn't set right. I see. You stay up too late painting your grisly faces, so you've started to see them everywhere. I'm sure whatever's outside is just raccoons or... Stop. Stop doubting everything I say. Stop trying to rewrite things I tell you to fit what you think should be true. There's weird shit going down in Scarlet Hollow, whether you want to face it or not. You can feel the tension at the table start to rise. Stella smiles at that, because she's oblivious to tension. Has anyone come in suffering from hallucinations? I'm not at liberty to discuss private medical information. That is fair enough. Are you sure? Not even a little bit. It can help our investigation into the strange goings-on. It's not like you have to name names. Investigation? Into what? The mind collapse? Your little ghouls? I think this is best left to professionals, Stella, not someone who runs around in the woods with a camcorder. Technically, she is a professional. Judging by the police response so far, Dr. Kelly, I don't think it is. We saw some stuff down in the mines last night that I struggled to explain. Maybe if we knew if there were any miners suffering from hallucinations, we could just rule it out as a gas leak, but... You were in an abandoned mine. The chances that you were huffing something dangerous and hallucinatory are through the roof. Leave it at that, and treat it as the tragic accident it was, not like some kind of mystery to unravel. Do you know Sam Wayne? Sam Wayne? Dr. Kelly takes a moment to think. No, doesn't ring a bell. Someone you know? Someone who's been following Lore around. Super mysterious guy. We have reason to believe he might have caught some kind of weird illness at the mines. He definitely looks like he could use medical help, so please, let us know if he shows up or anything. If there's someone harassing you, you should get the police involved. This isn't any of my business. Is she also a vet? I don't think she's a vet. I'll ask, have you seen any sick animals lately? This is good, creepy music. I like it. I'm a doctor, not a vet. Didn't someone come in with a sick cow last week? Yes, but it's not like I examined the thing. I told them what I just told you and sent them on their way. You said it had lumps. Sure, it had lumps, but I assumed it was suffering from some cow disease. It's not something I've done much research on. I don't know how normal it is for a cow to be covered in lumps. Well, that sounds like the animals we've seen. Doesn't that sound like ditchlings? Are no farm animals safe from their devious clutches? Dr. Kelly, in Stella's footage, it looked like there was something pupating inside one of Duke's chickens. I bet those were the lumps on the cow. You really should have taken a look. You could have made discoveries previously unknown to the scientific world. Or I could have spread some new horrible disease to my chronically ill son. I'll leave these discoveries to someone else. Aside from Reese's mom staring down at the table, nobody is making eye contact with anyone else. Alright, I think I've pressed everything I want to press because some of this other stuff might be bad. So remain silent. You remain silent, quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So, we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Lore is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. Yeah, we'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day, and I'm not getting better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been deemed too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can to try and fix... Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it! I knew it! I knew this would be too much! Everyone, get out of my house. Please, just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can't just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I am his doctor and his mother. That is not healthy. I know you care about him. I know that. And he knows it too. But all any of you would do is get in the way. So just leave. Please. Do I be confrontational? Do I be confrontational? I'll say he seemed fine before dinner. It always comes in waves, and I can assure you that right now he's very much not fine. Now leave. Hi, Crow. Yeah, this is a horror visual novel. It's a very good one. I do recommend. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. Well, that sucks. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as the carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? Another one of those carvings is somewhere in there. I'm certain of it. Ooh. Okay, that'd be really weird. If we find it, do you think you'd get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if what that carving showed you last night is related to the ditchlings. It could be what's attracting the ditchlings to the house. You're not suggesting we go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Lore got. Do you think Reese might have a supernatural affliction, maybe? Oh, I want to say there's something seriously wrong with that dynamic. Or Dr. Kelly is hiding something. Oh, I have to pick between three options I like. I'll go with mystical. Do you think Reese might have a supernatural affliction? Like, related to what you felt in there? If he did, why wouldn't Dr. Kelly have it? It makes more sense if he just has a genetic condition, assuming there isn't any foul play. Foul play? The whole thing is just fishy. And after tonight, I feel like my fear of Dr. Kelly is a lot more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on. And she has every right to be. I mean, The poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what that's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying, maybe there's more to their dynamic than just him being sick. But it's not like there's much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting, and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what just happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Yeah, Crow, this game's atmosphere is incredible. The art's great. The characters are great. The music is fantastic. I love it. I highly recommend it. How much is it on Steam? Only the first, 3 chapters are complete. It's early access at the moment, but chapters 4 through 7 are going to be out eventually. Do we have a timetable on when the rest of the game's going to be out? Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with menace. They're finishing Slay the Princess first, but after that... Oh, yup, there they are. Oh, there's more. There's one. This is episode 3. So, if you want to play this and want to avoid spoilers, I don't know, maybe you should ditch the stream and go buy the game. It's great. Have fun. Oh, this is episode 3 of 4. Okay, I guess I won't be finishing this today. Maybe Stella is right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight is going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But you know that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there, and you can feel it stir as the sun sets and daylight fades away. Enter the library. Alright, later, Crow. I hope you enjoy the game. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. The meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, are you back yet? Shh, you can't yell in a library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Rosalina's situated in the back room. Oh, right, they discharged her with an amputated foot. Aren't they supposed to take care of her for longer? Oh, wait, the place needed to be emptied out because there was a big accident or something. Alexis is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. I'm not really into bears, but I can see how this guy is very attractive. Teddy bait, yeah. How is she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been by her side non-stop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalina and I are both lucky to have her right now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into her real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, infrared camera, UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphone, Sharpies and paper for automatic writing, matches and candles for rituals. And you've got your specter-sniffing compatriot at your side, too. This nose can sniff out any ne'er-do-well we might find, whether spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. No, Ouija boards are dangerous, Stella. Like, using one is incredibly stupid, because either it's fake, in which case, you're either not going to do anything or you're just going to get, like, random words or somebody screwing with the rest of you, or it's real, in which case you're inviting them in, and that's incredibly dangerous. Ouija boards are a bad idea. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? Yeah, she let herself in, Oscar. I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start getting spooky. I may never have What was that? I may never have found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Oh, right, we invited Avery. Hey, hope I'm not too late. Have I missed any creepy paranormal stuff? Avery, glad you could make it. The more pairs of hands we have, the more equipment we can carry. Sure thing. Always happy to offer a hand or two. Glad there'll be someone else with a level head in there tonight. Whoa, is that an EMF reader? I've never seen one in person. Look at all this stuff. Spirit box, parabolic microphone. Y'all really covered all your bases. Maybe I spoke too soon. You know me, Kanika. I'm as level-headed as they come. I'm just not ready to rule out weird paranormal stuff. When people tell me they saw a ghost, who am I to say they didn't? I mean, y'all apparently saw some really unexplainable stuff on Monday, and that mine only collapsing again after 100 years while y'all were there. I'm just saying, anything seems possible right now. Whole town is one big supernatural death trap. Oh, it's just a gas leak. There could always be a rational, non-supernatural explanation to what I saw last night. Like aliens. Yeah, those mines were chock full of ghosts last night. After all my fruitless ghost hunts, I'd basically convinced myself that ghosts weren't real. But last night we saw some really convincing evidence. Especially those figures you mentioned. Though I'm still 50-50 on whether they were cryptids or ghosts. Hopefully whatever happens tonight will help clear that up. I can't wait to wander through Oscar's house for a few uneventful hours before getting Rosalina tucked into bed. I could use a nice, quiet night after everything we went through. That'd be too bad. I was kind of hoping to see a ghost. Maybe it'll be a happy medium between no ghost and deadly spirits of vengeance. A Casper situation might be nice. I envy your pessimism here, but I suppose it won't be long until we get to the bottom of things. Tabitha's here. Oh, no, it's Zane. Right, we invited Zane. Why did we invite Zane? Yo, don't rush off ghost busting without Zane. No way was I gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. We'll try to keep you alive tonight. Oh god, he's totally gonna die, isn't he? I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for answers about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go mess with some ghosts. My oh my, this certainly is a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening, and that whatever foul creatures lurk in the shadows choose to prey on someone else. He's got a shirt with his own name on it. That's funny. I hope my house is big enough for 6 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and... That's everyone. No, it's not. Wait, what about Tabby? What about her? She's not here. Let's get started. I guess she can catch up to us once she gets here. Well, if y'all are itching to get started, it's through the back. Follow me. Hey, human. Kick ghost ass, okay? I miss my special tree. Hi, Pixel. You and your companions grab some equipment from one of Stella's carefully stashed bug-out bags before heading towards the junction connecting Oscar's house and the library. We could text Tabitha. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been back inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! Oh no, poor Rosalina, she's on a crutch. You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Man, this is going to be a crowded adventure. Sorry, Mr. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina. Do I scold her or let Oscar handle it? I'm going to let Oscar handle it. Let him be Dad. You decide it's best to let Oscar handle this. I've done enough resting. It's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. Let the pup come. It's best to give her the chance to face her obstacles head on. Take it from an old soul like me. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. You did just lose a foot, Rosalina. Like, last night. You should be bedridden. I've got to learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm still on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The doctors did say I should encourage you to practice walking. The day after she lost her foot? What the hell? Okay, you can come along. But if you get tired or if it starts to hurt, you let me know right away. Thanks, Dad. She could get a cool peg leg. Now let's get our house back. There are 8 of us, soon to be 9. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. I'm going to save real quick and take a quick break going to the bathroom. I will be back in just a minute, guys. Alright, I'm back. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls, and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. And there's that feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you cannot know. Okay, looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set up a camera in case it falls again. Could be important evidence. How many of those did you bring, Stella? You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghosts manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika startle as the door swings open. Seems I made it just in time. Go ghost hunting with the maximum number of participants. Nice. Let's get this show on the road. I don't have all night. Tabby! Great. She's here. Wow, Lore, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know. Lore, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? Stop being hostile. I'm just placating her. Oh, that would be such an asshole move to say. Do I want to say she just wants to make sure I don't get hurt, or what? I like her, we're friends. I'll say what? I like her, we're friends. Oh, that shit-eating smile on Tabitha's face. Really? Sure, why not? We're friends now, I guess. Deal with it. Don't gloat, Tabitha. Wow, Lore, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I'm glad I didn't stay in the same town with the people I went to high school with. No wonder small towns have so much drama. I wonder if the ghost will even show with this many people around. Oh dear, can someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful chill. Oh, there's a sign. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. Same, I've got chills. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than other parts of the house. I'm pretty sure that houses are made up of rooms and hallways and nothing else. It's all rooms and hallways, like either or. Oh, a genuine cold spot. I gotta snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? This isn't very scary. Take a look at the picture, Zane. Let's see if there's a ghost in it. Cover more ground if we split up and search for clues. No! Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. Even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. What's Gretchen looking at? I'll say come on, Ghost. Let's see some real action. Yes, Spirit. The sooner you show yourself, the sooner I can get back to my nice warm doggy bed. Oh, no, don't antagonize it. I don't think this ghost is friendly. How do you, know that, though? If I were a ghost, I'd be mad chill. If you saw what I've seen, I don't think you'd be saying that. That's an interesting point, though. What if ghosts usually are friendly, and they're only terrifying because they don't know how to be anything else? Yeah, I know if I were a ghost, I'd just vibe. What if my vibes were bad, and I didn't know it? I shudder to think of the possibilities. What did you rope me into, Lore? Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. That is a stain. Speaking of stains, I can see a stain on the bottom of Rosalina's stump bandage. God, real hospitals can't discharge people who lose a foot like that immediately. Can they? There's no way. This is gross negligence on the hospital's part. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. Do you mean this massive blood stain? It stinks to high heaven. Yeesh, that's gonna be tough to scrub out. Doesn't the county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. An amputation requires a hospital stay, which on average can be 5 to 14 days depending on the type of surgery, the limb to be amputated, the patient's overall health, and whether there are any complications. Yeah, discharging her the night of is an irresponsible thing to do. Even if you move her to a couch or something, monitor her. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Maybe we have to scrub it out first. Could be that the paranormal stuff will activate if we give it a reason to. Oh, good idea. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Oh, whatever. How was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. You say that like you wish you had gotten to learn how to clean things. If y'all are offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable patterns, but you can still feel it. A cry for help from something that has lost its voice. I'm going to talk to animals. Gretchen says it's a blood stain. Yeah, Gretchen says it's a blood stain. Ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Lore and Stella are suggesting. I don't know. Ghost blood sounds pretty intense. Tabitha's looking at me like, what? Did you just say? Have y'all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in their carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Did it not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts tugging at the corner of the carpet. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise, after all. Oh, dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. We'll cover for you. You don't have to sweat it. Oh! Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch, the floor around it stained in reddish brown. Sounds like somebody died down there. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if somebody lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Nope, nope, nope. A hatch! A hidden hatch! This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted, alright. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. Still no readings, though. None of the equipment has made a sound. Of course not. Y'all know last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement, or crawl space, or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through to the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. It's as simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood. I tested it. Well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right. You've got a muddy floor. That's why it's so cold in here, too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we solved your ghost problem. Well, let's open the hatch, at least. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. Even if it's not haunted, even if you don't believe in ghosts, you should absolutely see what's under there. Oh, hey, Alana. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Oh, there's going to be a muddy hole, and it's going to collapse on us, isn't it? Uh-oh. Do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm all in on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl into another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. Oh, the lights went out. You come to in Oscar's living room. You can't tell what time it is, and your friends are nowhere in sight. Yup, there's one of those carvings down there. At least, physically, this is Oscar's living room. Spiritually and mentally, you've been ripped away to some other place. The building feels colder, and there's something about the air that feels wrong. It's stale, with an undercurrent of mold and earth. It makes you feel claustrophobic, as though you're in a coffin, each breath depleting what little oxygen is left. How did we end up back here? Where is everyone? Did we pass out again? Was there a gas leak in the basement or something? Is fainting some kind of weird family thing? Is there a genetic condition I need to be worried about? Not that I'm aware of. Nothing like this has happened before you got to town. Who knows what sort of nastiness was festering in that basement? Your cousin marches to the front door and opens it. Why does it look like Oscar's house is in front of us? Didn't we just leave? Oh, we're trapped here now. I must just be misremembering things. Let's go. No, you're right. There shouldn't be a door there. Clearly, whatever was in that basement is messing with our heads. We just left Oscar's house. The library has to be on the other side of that door. The two of you cross the hallway and open the door. Oh! Something isn't right. It feels like a late summer afternoon. The air is warm and wet, and the scent of flowers drifts on the breeze as photos of stuff has been grayscaled to make it look creepier. And it's moving! Ugh! And what's that shadow there? Is that our ghost? This is so cool. Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? Tabitha, please tell me I'm not the only one seeing that scratchy shadow in the distance. You're not. What the hell is that thing? Am I having a stroke? Are you having a stroke? Are we both having the same stroke at the same time? Pinch Tabitha to see if you're dreaming. Do you see that creature beyond the thorns? That is one of the bad omens Stella and I found in the woods. Creature beyond the thorns. What's that guy with the horse mask? Oh! There's a ditchling. Ew. Yeah, they're pretty gross. Damn, Tabitha, what was in that cream soda? Excuse me? It was just normal cream soda. You had it hours ago. This has nothing to do with me. There's got to be an exit somewhere. We just have to look. Wait. Do you hear music? I sure do. Whoa! Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Hi, Stella. Hi, Gretchen. Movement stirs as a figure cloaked in shadows rises to attention. Stella? Who are you? What are you doing on my property? The lover? Bark, bark. Woof, bark. Huh? Eddie, it's Charlie? Am I just not remembering what that's referencing? Huh. I guess I'll go for it. Eddie, it's Charlie. What? Did you say Eddie? No one's called me that in a long time. It's Edwardine now. I'm not a child anymore. Edwardine? Eddie? You've got to be kidding me. Did you see your name? I did not. What is with me communicating with this spirit as if I know her? I guess I'll go for it. It has been a long time, hasn't it? I wasn't sure I was ever going to come back, but I'm glad I did. It's good to see you. You check the text log with the speech bubble. Okay. The presents? Ooh. What are you? I wish I could say the same. You should have stayed gone. And you absolutely shouldn't have shown up here, of all places. That is an unpleasant look on her face. If you're caught, I don't think you understand what Father might do. Come with me, Eddie. Haven't you always wanted to see the coast? Now's your chance. We can just leave. Is this about what I told you earlier? Please don't tell anyone about stuff I say to you in private. Arf, arf. I can't. It's not that easy for me. My brothers were sent to Normandy, and now I'm the only Scarlet left besides Father. I have responsibilities, Charlie. Shut up. Shut up! Okay, I'll keep going. Screw your family. Screw my family. Why are we letting the choices made by our fathers destroy our lives too? Tabitha stares at you, speechless. You should just get out of town while you still can. Whatever you came back for, it's not worth it. You're right. What I came back for isn't worth it. But you are. I won't leave the holler without you. If you change your mind, I'll be around. Oh, she's getting sucked away. She's gone, along with the shadow in the corner of the room. Come on, we must have taken the wrong door out of the annex. We're getting out of here before anything else happens. We have to go after Stella. Absolutely not. We are not being drawn deeper into this weird garden... greenhouse. Whatever it is. Oh, this is Tabitha's greenhouse. It's whatever's living there to displace Dustin and his mom. She yanks your arm, pulling you back the way you came. Where did the annex go? Let's try the door. But there can't be anything behind it. It's just standing there. You ignore her, walking forward and reaching for the doorknob. There's... Oh, the shadow's... Oh, this is freaky. The shadow's got a mouth and teeth. A minor puppet and a bloody pickaxe. That's on point. And this lamb, I guess the kids led to the slaughter. Bells ring as a cacophony rages outside. The door in front of you pulsates as figures unseen bang against it. The shaded figure from the garden sits in the corner, ever so slightly more defined. Are you kidding me? This is messed up. We need help. God, please let this call go through. Oh, it's not. Tabitha anxiously taps her foot as she waits for her phone to connect. Hey, it's... What? No, it's Tabitha. Didn't you see the caller ID? Stop interrupting me. Can't you hear what I'm... Your cousin is cut off by the dial tone of a disconnected call. Yeah, this is great horror. This game is great. Great. She couldn't hear a word I said. Looks like we're on our own. Oh, hi. Junior. Junior, pack your things. Quickly, hurry. Jesus. Rosalina, you scared the shit out of me. Oh, boy. Maybe we should run him out on a rail, too. Make an example of the whole family. Alright, back to Mystical. Mama, what's going on? Am I going to have to deal with you doing this all night? It's saving our asses, Tabitha. Please, he's only a child. We'll leave peacefully. Just give us a little time. They were only children, too. My boy was in there. Why should I give Junior here all the time in the world to gather his little toys and fancy clothes? Oh, this is the family of the guy who took the fall for, the Scarlet who actually ordered the worm-ridden wood. My boy didn't have that kind of luxury. Oh. Mama, what's the man talking about? Why hasn't Daddy come home yet? Who are you supposed to be this time? Don't listen to him, Charlie. Just keep packing. Looks like the others are on their way. Better hurry, boy, or you and your little dolls here might get burned up. And as for you, lady, what makes you think you're going to be keeping any of those valuables you're packing in that fine suitcase of yours? Daddy said when he's not here, I'm the man of the house, so you don't get to push us around, mister. I'll call the police. Oh, so you're like some kind of toddler now, aren't you? Trust me, boy, the coppers ain't coming here tonight. And what makes you think you can talk to an adult like that? Maybe they should have had you working in the mines too, instead of lazing around in this big house. Maybe you would have learned a thing or two about respecting your elders. Don't talk to my son like that. Don't talk to me like that, woman. I call the shots. Now get out, unless you want to go up in flames with all your precious jewels and expensive dresses. You're lucky I'm even letting you leave. But I don't want to go. I haven't packed all my puppets. I haven't said goodbye to Eddie. I don't want to leave. Is it good to play along like this? Can't you clue me in at all? Please, just break character for a second and tell me what the hell all this is. After, Tabitha. It's okay, Charlie. You can make new ones, even better than these. It's good for him. Shouldn't be playing with dolls anyway. Now you're gonna have to earn your keep, just like the rest of us, boy. No more big inheritance for you. The mother and the mob are whisked away, leaving you and Tabitha in the empty room. I wonder if it's Charlie who's dead under the floor here. As they depart, the front door stops pounding and opens into a beckoning white void. We're in hell. We both died and we're in hell. Are we supposed to be Charlie? Is Charlie the ghost? Your guess is as good as mine. Who did you call on the phone earlier? Friend of the family. Not that it matters, though. The call didn't go through, so we're on our own. Alright, let's put our heads together. What do we know? We know that we can't leave, and we know that we're not possessed, at least as far as we can tell. And whatever we saw in this room, at least, happened right after the Shaw mine collapsed in 1918. I think the only option on the table for us right now is to keep doing what it wants us to do. Maybe it'll stop at some point, or maybe we'll figure out a way to escape. There's so many ditchlings here. Yeah, there are. Those things are horrible. No wonder you were too scared to come back to the estate on Monday. Thanks for understanding, Tabitha. You're right. There's only one way to get to the end of this. Shall we? Yeah, let's get this over with. I wonder what this would be like if I didn't have Mystical. Ooh. I wonder. You and Tabitha walk up to where the pounding door used to stand and step into the void. You're outside, and it's night. a false moon looming massive in the painted sky. And there's the shadow. Guess we'll just have to play again with a different build, yeah. The night feels thick and warm, the insects lively, their calls unnaturally tinny. Everything feels warped and wrong, like you're listening to a record fished from the bottom of a pond. Ugh, what magic words do I have to say to get you to let us go? I'm sorry, okay? Whatever my family did to piss you off so much, I'm sorry. Oh, hi, Kanika. You poor dear. I've been keeping track of you, scuttling around town like a tomcat. You've fallen hard for Miss Edwardine, haven't you? Ooh, this one's the witch. Spooky. Back off, lady. I don't know you, and if you know what's good for you, you don't know me either. I don't suppose you actually know who we're supposed to be talking to here, do you? Because I'm at a loss. There's no need to be embarrassed. Your secret is safe with me. You know, the noises whenever they move. Ugh. You know, I never did approve of what the Scarlets did to your family, and what it did to the two of you young'uns. Childhood sweethearts. Just think how lovely it would be if you could just be happy together. That's what you want, isn't it? Don't talk about my family, and I don't need life advice from some old broad. Old broad? Young'uns? Whoever we're talking to has been dead for a really, really long time. I'm sure by now you've realized the young lady doesn't plan on leaving with you. But it's not for lack of desire, as you well know. It's Enoch. Even if you dragged her over the town limits, his hold over her would make sure neither of you were ever happy again. Just think of what happened to your poor mother and father. Do you want that to be the two of you? Oh, what do you know about Enoch Tabitha is explore. Hang on. Just in case this fucks me, I'm gonna save. What do you know about Enoch, Tabitha? Our great-great-grandfather. He was in charge of the mines when they collapsed. I don't know much besides that, so don't bother asking. We would never be like them. We love each other. My mother just loved his money. As soon as it was gone, so was she. And then all he loved was booze. Me and Eddie aren't like that. Tabitha stares ahead in riveted silence. The powers at work here are stronger than even your love could withstand. You need to break the bonds holding her here. Then you can both go free. No more misfortune. Not for you, not for anyone else bold enough to step foot outside the holler. The witch mimes handing you something, though her hand is empty. Everything you need to know is on that map. I don't understand. Is this a map? And some kind of poem? That's where you'll find them. You need her there. Then read what I've written down. And be careful. Good luck to the both of you. I hope you get your happiness. And then she's gone. Tabitha sighs. I hope you understand why I was so hyped for ghost hunting. Yeah, this is awesome. Okay, let's find the way out. Unless you have any ideas, I don't think there's anything else we can do until we get to the end. Or until we die, whichever. Before the two of you can leave, a smell hits you. Sweating, suffocated flesh with a tinge of the saccharine and stomach-churning scent of decay. Oh, hi, Wade. Uh-oh. There you are. I would have found you sooner, but the resident clearly doesn't want me here. It doesn't seem to... Oh, he's taking down that ditchling, all right. It doesn't seem to have the same issue with these miserable little parasites. Well, this is an uh-oh. Bottom feeders always manage to slip through the cracks, don't they? Talk. Are you Sam Wayne, or are you something else? Stop! Stop asking your questions! Just stop interacting with the thing at all, okay? So cold, Tabitha. After everything we've been through, to have you treat me like a stranger. Shut up! What an unfortunate situation you've been dragged into, Lore. Why can't you do as I ask and stay out of trouble? But that girl won't let you, will she? Stella? Is that her name? Oh, no, you stay away from her, Wayne. Perhaps I should pay her a visit soon, if she makes it out of here alive. Tabitha bolts for the underbrush, desperately pulling you along. Stella. Did you kill Sam Wayne? No. Tabitha, who the hell is he? If you see it again, ignore it. Or better yet, run away. You've interacted with this ghost before, not just Sam Wayne. Come on, we need to keep moving. If that thing got in, there must be a way out. Oh, hi, Oscar. The two of you step out from the brush and into a long wooden corridor lined by bottles and rails. A figure rises to attention, blocking your way. So a lot of these, like Zane is optional. Am I getting a sequence that only happens if you've got everybody, I wonder? I'm afraid he doesn't have long. If there's anything you need to say to him, I'd say it now. Oh, there's the ghost up there. There's the ghost there. As the caretaker has swept... That is the most heinous snoring I've ever heard. Sleeping in a pile of bottles. Ugh. Yup. Oh, I'm in a sequence that only happens if you get everybody? As the caretaker is swept away, the room pulls itself to you, and you find yourself looming over a deathbed. The father lies in its center, looking pitifully small. I'm sorry, boy. Sorry I let my troubles drive your mama away. And sorry those troubles mean I'm leaving you all alone now. You're getting what you deserve. Alright, you're definitely channeling Charles Shaw Jr., which must be who the ghost is. It's the only thing that makes sense. Damn it, Junior, how many times do I have to tell you? I tried to stop it from happening, but that damned snake Enoch went behind my back. Oh, what bullshit. Not for that. For what you did to our family. We could have just started over someplace new, but instead you became the son of a bitch the Scarlets made you out to be. This Charles Jr. makes a good point. You're right. I've been using that excuse for too many years. At a certain point, a man has to accept when he's dug his own grave. They may have run me out, but they didn't put the bottle in my hand. Still, they destroyed our legacy, boy. Both our names are cursed with that history. I'll be dead and gone soon, but I won't be able to rest. Not until our name is cleared. Not until you can pass on this name with pride. This is my only request, Charlie. Go back there. Tell people the truth. Try to find proof. I don't know what you'll have to do, but please. I know I ain't been the best father, but I'm no murderer. I'll see what I can do. Get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning. No, you won't. Damn it, boy, I may not have till the morning. Promise me. Promise you'll go back, and at the very least show that Enoch bastard what for. I promise. I'll go back. Oh, that's freaky. You watch as the father's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. Alright, so who's left? We've seen Stella and Gretchen. We've seen Oscar and Zane. We've seen Kanika. We've seen, okay, Stella and Gretchen. Rosalina and Alexis. Kanika makes 5. Oscar and Zane makes 7. Tabitha and I make 9, and the 10th is Avery. Avery's the one we haven't seen yet. You watch as the father's body seizes and falls through the sheets, taking the rattling pile of bottles with him. This ghost is so full of it. Your cousin steps forward and disappears through the hole left in the bed, leaving you to follow. Follow her. This is awesome. You find yourself pressed uncomfortably against a trellis. A small castle sits off to one side of the wall, and the bars of a prison loom over both all of it and all of you. Climbing up the trellis again. How very Romeo and Juliet of you. No need to run off. I won't tell the old man. Though you've gotten sloppy, you should try to be more careful if you don't want him putting you in an early grave. Who are you? Are you one of Eddie's brothers? I thought they were dead. Yeah, this is not possessing one of the, or wearing one of the characters' faces. Oh, no. Yes, it is. That's Avery. Right there. No, not one of her brothers. I'm a prisoner. Another victim of the Scarlet's lies. Like you, Charles Shaw. Does our family have a history of locking folks up in some sort of rich people dungeon? Is this what's in the Forbidden Wing? I'm not him. A mere generation makes no difference. His blood runs in your veins, does it not? And now it runs in hers. Yes, it seems your little trysts bore fruit. And oh, will you ever be in trouble when the old man finds out? Ooh. Is Tabitha descended from Charles Shaw, Jr.? Tabitha's eyes go wide. How do you know that? Who are you? Shh, let it talk. I think this might be important. You know you don't have to keep dangling there. Come inside. You'll be able to hear me through the door just fine. The world around you swirls, and you and Tabitha find yourselves pulled to the other side of the wall. A door bound by countless locks and chains pulsates before you. There are so many locks. I can't free you if that's what you're after. Stop talking. We might miss something. I'm taking part in the memory. I'm required. What I'm saying is required, Tabitha. That's not what I invited you in for. I couldn't escape even with your help. I merely wanted to offer a warning. Leave town now. Absolutely not. I'm not leaving without her. Especially if what you say is true. The This guy has nobody to blame but himself. You hear that, Ghost? You were given every warning. You could have just left. Not helping, Tabitha. You can't take her with you. It's not possible. You can always stay and die. But if I were you, I would use my healthy legs and run as far away from Scarlet Hollow as possible. So the Scarlets, what I think is happening, like what's kept Tabitha here and prevented her from even considering leaving town, and circumstances have conspired to make it so she can't leave town. I think the Scarlets are cursed. I think they're cursed to be locked in Scarlet Hollow. Possibly by the dead miners, possibly by something far older, possibly by Enoch. I hear the beaches are nice. Why don't you take a permanent vacation there? You're wrong. I know it's possible. I have that weird map. I have the spell or whatever it is. Me and her are gonna get out of here. Ah, you've been talking to the witch then. How very interesting. Uh-oh. Charlie, get away from the door. Don't listen to it. Stella! Eddie, are you pregnant? How does it know that? Oh, there is something locked up in the Scarlet Estate. In the modern day, I'll bet. Tabitha, we really need to go through that door in your house. This is too much. I just want to go home. Do you feel sick? I feel sick. You're learning a lot today, Tabitha. I don't blame you at all. Do you know where in the estate we're supposed to be right now? I can only ask one of these things. Do you know where in the estate we're supposed to be right now? If this is even a real place, and not some sort of garbled mess of metaphor and memory, it would probably be in the Forbidden Wings, at least going off of the location of the windows. It's been sealed off for at least a decade, though. There's no point thinking about it, okay? I don't want you getting any ideas and sneaking around and falling to your death through a hole in the floor. That is genuine concern, and not just because she doesn't want to face what's in there. Come on, the quicker we get through this, the quicker we'll be out of this ghost place. Hopefully. You and Tabitha walk after Stella and into the darkness. You and your cousin find yourselves crouched under a large table. The lover stares through you as indecipherable murmurs and shuffling feet echo from the ends of the table. Oh, that is freaky. Ugh, I don't know how, but this feels so much worse than the last room. Yap, yap, yap. Her first little dog. They're so lovely. Are you sure I can keep one? You must have worked very hard on them. Of course, it's a present. When you look at it, you can remember all the fun we've had. Oh yeah, this is us as kids, isn't it? So now you and Stella are both doing baby voices. Don't expect me to let you live this down if we get out of here. I'll try to keep it away from my brothers so they don't smash it. Though I wish I could make it move like you can. Oh, he gave her a puppet. And you can even do the voices. You know, you could probably make real money if you put on a show for people. Hang on, I'm going to look at the room. H. Yeah, puppet show. Oh, I just noticed the giant legs. Dad's in the room with us. That's the plan. I want to be a traveling performer. Why don't you come with me? We can go from town to town, putting on shows for other kids. Guess that didn't work out for him. A traveling show? And you'd want me there too? Oh, could we go to towns along the beach? I've heard the Outer Banks are the most beautiful place in the world. Even possessed Stella is trying to monetize her hobbies. Of course, we can go anywhere you want. Thank you, Charlie. I've always wanted to see the ocean. There. Are you done now, Charlie? Can we leave? Everything crashes to a thunderous black before you or Tabitha can get in another word. Hi, Charlie. A single spotlight remains, illuminating a trap door in the center of the stage. You feel drawn to it. The trap door. Are we back in Rosalina's room? We must be. Which one of us is going to open it? I'm opening it. You carefully step towards the trap door. It creaks open all on its own. Oh God, this is so much worse than opening it ourselves. You and Tabitha are shoved from behind and tumble through the hatch. There's the thing! It took some digging, but it's there. The map was right. Oh. She's gonna kill him. That's why he's got a caved-in skull in his ghost form. That means there's hope, Eddie. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. We can be happy together. Eddie? Ugh. Oh, she kept thwogging him. Oh. Oh, God. I'm actually going to be sick this time. Your cousin violently heaves into the void, but nothing comes up. There's nothing here. This place is completely empty. Whatever it is that Enoch did, we can undo it. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Enoch died nearly 80 years ago. Does it matter what he did? Does it even matter if he framed Charles Shaw at this point? Who's left to be hurt by any of this? You are left to be hurt by any of this. I think you're cursed and you can't leave. I think Enoch cursed Charles Shaw's bloodline, and then Charles and Edwardine had a kid. And that bloodline continued through the Scarlets. Oh, what now? Do you repent? Do you repent for your crimes? The names are back to normal. They must not be in character anymore. Ooh, maybe I say yes. If I do that mystical, the conversation will move on. You did nothing? That's true, but... That's true, but... I'm gonna save. If we tell him we repent, he might let us go, or he might punish us. I'm going to say their names are back to normal. They must not be in character anymore. Maybe it's getting weaker. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. It's your blood too, Charlie. Or maybe it's getting stronger. I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. I want to die. Please. I have been alone in the dark for so long. All I ask is for some of your years to pay for the years that were taken from me. That would take most of our lives. What are you saying? My life was stolen from me. I want some of yours. It's only fair. No, it is absolutely not fair. You've got to be kidding me. Neither of us had anything to do with what happened to you. We're your grandkids. Also, the sins of the father are to be laid upon the children. One of you must forfeit. It doesn't matter which. Bullshit! Can't actually make either of us do anything, can you? You can't actually make either of us do anything, can you? I can keep you here, and I can do whatever I want with them. You can refuse, but if you do, then I will stay. I will stay until I get what I'm owed. Tabitha's right. This is bullshit. We're not giving you a goddamn thing. But the spirit ignores you and your cousin's protestations. The sentence has been handed down. Make your choice. I hope I didn't come too late. Oh, hi, Sybil. Are you here to save us? Mom? All of you had better get out of here before the spirit regains its composure. Oh! Hi, Sybil! Here to save the day. Okay, awesome. This is certainly a strong one, isn't it? Don't worry about the others. They're safe. I got your call, Tabitha, but it was definitely not easy getting down here. Get us out of this pit, Sybil. Tabitha, I don't think it's wise to leave something like this where anyone could stumble across it. Why is that my problem? Oh, come on, Tabitha. It wants something, doesn't it? And I think you know which of you should volunteer. Oh, come on, Sybil. You must be joking. You're the eldest cousin. You're the one who's actually lived in this town. It's only right. Absolutely not. We should just leave. I'm not giving in to the demands of some dead guy. Oh, man. Well, I'm not telling Tabitha to do it. We do have to put this guy to rest. Am I really about to volunteer to shorten my life? I guess to help save this town. Tabitha spent her whole life being a victim of her mom, of the Scarlet Curse, of her own self-loathing. She spent her whole life being a victim. I can't ask her to give her life away when she's just beginning it. So I guess I'm volunteering. I'm not leaving before I put this thing to rest. You take a step towards the spotlight. As you move forward, you feel Tabitha's hand on your shoulder. Lore, what are you doing? What if someone wanders into the annex and gets stuck in this labyrinth? Then we'll close up the library. It might just go away on its own. Who knows? Oh, probably not, Tabby. Why give up something like years of your life to some ghost who might not even be telling the truth? It's okay, Tabitha. This is what family's for, right? Sybil is right here. Please, don't do this. Are you volunteering Sybil? You wordlessly step into the spotlight. Am I about to get a game over, I wonder? This was an awesome sequence. I wonder how many years he's going to take. Resolve the haunting without using a special trait. I could have gotten out of that with a different special trait. For the first time in what feels like hours, the earth around you feels solid, real, but also soft. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. Bob and I both had Booksmart. Booksmart will get you out of it. Oh, okay. Would Mystical have gotten me out of it, I wonder? Booksmart, which was helpful for the trial. Ah. You feel it pressing in on all sides, cold and growing tighter by the second as the soil settles. Claw your way out. Your arms tear at the earth until they break through into the air. Look back behind you. As you gasp for breath, you take a look into the pit behind you. Charlie's mummified remains stare up at you, sad and broken at the bottom of the pit. That is a freaky, freaky corpse. You're only able to maintain your gaze for a moment before exhaustion overwhelms you. With the last of your strength, you hoist yourself from the pit and collapse on the floor. You feel like death. No, no, no. Lore, what happened to you? You look awful. It's done. Tabitha, if you have any regrets, keep them to yourself. You try and think of words to say, but you're still delirious from what happened, and you struggle to form coherent thoughts. Did I make myself old? Come along, Lore. Let's get you home. You quietly walk towards the stairs. Tabitha rushes to your side to give you a shoulder to lean on as you walk. With the mystical trait, take every channel dialogue option in the haunting. Okay. You're outside. It's real this time. The cool breeze chills you deeper than it should, and you realize just how drained you feel. Your legs are heavier, harder to lift as you make your way down the steps of the library. Your lungs wheezing as if you've run a marathon. You can almost feel how pale your face has become, your lips dry and thin, your hands almost trembling with the effort of raising them to your face as you trace the new lines and furrows that have formed that. Oh, I am old! I'm gonna go wait by the car. Just let me know when you're ready to go home. Your cousin walks off before you get the chance to respond. I'm gonna peace out too. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Well, you're chipper. Zane walks off down the road. I'm so sorry I wasn't there for you earlier in the night. I had no idea what y'all were planning to do. How are we supposed to know it would be like that? Things have been strange around town, sweetie. Now's not the time to be poking around in the supernatural. I thought you learned that lesson yesterday. But magic isn't real. I mean, it's not supposed to be. God, that hurt. Everything is so... Kanika stops mid-sentence as she realizes what's happened to you. Oh my God. Lord, you poor thing. My bones weren't meant to bend like that. I'm going to be hurting for a few days at least. And poor Rosalina. I'll make sure to bring them both some tea later. I think I have just the thing. Mom, this is no time for tea. Jesus, the girl's lost a leg. She needs real medication. Real medication comes from natural ingredients, doesn't it? What I have to offer is no different than what Dr. Kelly would prescribe. And besides, after all you've seen, are you really so sure you have that much of a grasp on the real and unreal? Lord, did you... The house is clean. Say the line. Why is that an achievement? I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. And I'm so sorry. I don't know how I can possibly make this up to you. So that really happened then? That ghost really took away years of your life? I'm afraid so. Everything in this world has a price, and those years were unfortunately what it took to put that spirit to rest. I can't believe Tabitha let you do that. It's outrageous. If anyone should have paid a price to put that ghost to rest, it should have been her. This house is clean is a poltergeist reference. Ah. You don't even live here. You're barely even a Scarlet. It's just... It's just so unfair. How old did I get, I wonder? Pretty damn old, judging by the screen, yeah. Well, that probably locks me out of any romances. Oh, man. Maybe I should go back and try to escape that without either Tabitha or I having to get old. Could try it, up to you. It's a visual novel. I do want to try to romance people. I'm going to play out the scene, or I could sacrifice Tabitha. I'm not going to sacrifice Tabitha. Talk to animals and mystical are the traits I have this run. I wonder if I have a trait that can help me escape. Yeah, I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to try to escape without becoming an old man, because I do want to explore romances. Okay. I'm gonna... You gotta let this go, man. Get over it. That's not gonna work. I'm gonna let it continue. You let the spirit continue. You must answer for the crimes committed by your scarlet blood. Are you kidding me? I hate it here. I hate it here so much. Until you do, I cannot die. Okay. Handed down, make your choice. Sybil shows up. Oh no, what if Sybil sacrifices herself to take this thing down? Ooh. Neither of us owe this ghost a damn thing. We're leaving. Yeah, you heard Lore, Sybil. Neither of us are compromising with this thing. Now, can you get us out of here? Sybil sighs. Tabitha, are you sure you want to leave this business unfinished? Absolutely. This is not our problem. If you think it's the best course of action, yes, I can get you out. It's only a question of seeing through the illusion. We're in a basement, even if all your senses are telling you otherwise. Try closing your eyes and remembering where you are. You do as she says, closing your eyes. Suddenly, the sounds and tactile sensations of the spirit realm feel much more distant, as though you've partially awoken from a terrible dream. Yeah, sorry, Oscar, but your house is a small price to pay. You can find a different place to live. I'm sorry. Good. Now feel for the stairs. You fumble in the darkness, grasping the air in front of you. Your palm meets wood with a solid thunk. It's the staircase. You can feel it under your hands. I found it. You begin your ascent. Good work, you two. You're doing great. You place a confident foot on the wooden floor of what you assume must be Rosalina's room. You open your eyes, seeing what feels like a superposition of the real and the fake. Don't let it trick you again. Its powers are already struggling to maintain their grip on you. You continue. You feel the doorframe under your palm, and then the sturdy walls of the hallway beyond. We're almost out. I knew it. I knew this ghost wasn't a big deal. Don't tempt fate, Tabitha! It's only faltering now because it's exhausted. Don't underestimate the spirit, Tabitha. You stumble into the corridor between the annex and library. The real world swims closer and closer to being back in focus. The doors! Come on, Lore, we're almost there! You and Tabitha fall towards the entrance, your legs still unsure of the ground beneath you, and the doors fly open. Reject the burden of your family's sins. Shall not be visited upon the sun is the name of that achievement. You're outside. It's real this time. A cool autumn breeze blows small piles of dried leaves across the steps of the library. I'm going to peace out. Back-to-back encounters with my own mortality. I've got a lot to ponder. See ya, Rosalina. See ya, Alexis. Zane walks off down the road. Finally, we're out of the funhouse. But the spirit remains. It would have been much better to banish the thing. It's spread from the annex to the entire building. Anyone who steps foot in there might be subjected to its torment. Not my problem. Not Lore's problem. Oh, come on! I don't want anyone else in town to have to experience that. That was awful. My bones were not meant to bend like that. I've never been so sore in my life. We'll board the place up and say there was a gas leak. There, fixed it. Rosalina's pain meds are in there. I hope Dr. Kelly is still awake. We'll need replacements right away, especially after everything that just happened. I'm glad nobody but Sybil is blaming us for this. And we'll have to figure out where we're going to stay. Oh, God, this was such a disaster. You and Rosalina can always stay with us, Mr. Gutierrez. That's a very kind offer, Alexis, but I'm afraid the stairs would be too much for Rosalina. And I wouldn't want to impose on your parents like that. It's a lot to ask. I can figure this out. Do you think the ghost would let me back in for a do-over? I got lots of options. I'm going to say I hope you're not mad at me for getting out of there. Of course not. It's just a house, and we don't even own it. I'm not going to let you sacrifice years of your life for a rental. Even if we owned the place, that ghost was asking for quite the down payment. It's done, Lore. We all should just accept what happened and move on. We did... ooh. Asking her to give up her place of safety is an oof. So I'm going to ask her if she has any ideas and hope she volunteers that. Any ideas, Tabitha? Your cousin grumbles. I don't usually do this kind of thing. The properties we own are for the miners. But there is a house that's vacant right now that might be suitable. You know the old Maxwell place? What? You can't be serious. That place is falling apart. Okay, no. I'm gonna press Tabitha on this. I'm gonna press Tabitha on this. Can't you let them stay in that house you showed me this morning? But that's my house. The old Maxwell place is fine for the time being. It's okay, Lore. We're not going to be picky. Look, I'll tell you what. I won't even make you pay rent for the first month. Consider it repayment for not literally giving up my soul to get rid of a ghost that wasn't causing any problems until the two of you lived there. Alright, come on, Tabitha. That's funny. I thought it was your family that pissed off the ghost. Your cousin furiously pulls out a keyring before picking one off and handing it to Oscar. Thank you. This really means a lot to me and Rosalina. Well, it means a lot to me. Rosalina's still mad, though. Now, if all of you don't mind, I'm going to go home. I think I've had enough social interaction for a lifetime tonight. Finish up whatever you have to do here. I'll wait by the car. Tabitha doesn't wait for you to respond, pushing past you and heading towards the car. Man, this was awesome! To think that ghosts are actually real. Stella's got to be over the moon right now. Does she look over the moon, Avery? Actually, wait, where is Stella? I mean, she's right over there. Oh, she's just standing there. By herself. That isn't like her. Is she okay? I was wondering the same thing. We just saw a ghost, and she's just standing off by herself. Which, like, fair. That'd be a normal reaction from anybody else who had just seen a ghost. But this is Stella we're talking about. I will go talk to Stella. I'm going to go check in with her. You walk over to Stella. I've never seen anything like what we saw tonight. Absolutely dreadful, and I don't think my dear Stella is having an easy time with it. I don't blame her. Oh, hey, Lore. I'm so sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. I wonder if she's reconsidering her career after having experienced that. So sorry I couldn't get you out of there sooner. I'm so sorry, Lore. I don't think I can talk right now. I'll call you, okay? She hurries off down the road. Starting to think Stella might be a bit of a flake? No! I think she took the brunt of things in there. No wonder she's having a hard time right now. Should we go after her? I think she just needs some time to herself. Stella's never been the kind to share her burdens, and I doubt that'll change just because somebody goes chasing after her. If anything, it'd just make her clam up even more. She's a strong girl. She'll be okay. I'm honestly surprised she and Zane are the only ones heading out right now. You've all been through something awful, and each and every one of you needs rest. Especially you, Kanika. We don't want that cold of yours to get any worse. Yeah, being Eddie can't have been easy. Yeah. I wonder if she was... I wonder if she was still Eddie when Eddie bashed Charlie's brains in. God, what a disaster this whole night has been. I had no idea it would turn out like this. I'm so sorry, everyone. Stop apologizing, Dad. We're the ones who don't have a house anymore. We don't even have the library now. There was another carving in there. I wonder if those things are tied to everything supernatural that's been happening. Yeah, I wonder. One is a coincidence, but two of them on back-to-back nights? And a third one in Reese's house? And if you're right, and there's another one in the clinic... I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Have you been finding carvings around town? This is news to me, too. I'm sure everyone here could stand around theorizing about this and that all night long. There will be plenty of time for that tomorrow. I ran into Wayne in one of those rooms, and he vaguely threatened Stella if I kept poking around. Wait, are you serious? Should we be worried about her? He also crushed a ditchling with his bare hands. It was pretty scary. That's just another reason we should keep our distance. Stella's smart. Hopefully she'll be okay. Did he say anything else to you? We don't need to trouble Lore for any details. No one pay any mind to that man. I think we should pay some mind to that man, Sybil. He's just a drifter. He'll be gone soon enough. In the meantime, steer clear and he won't make trouble. Really sorry, Oscar. I'm really sorry, Rosalina. 2 nights in a row, your lives got upended. And I was involved. It's okay. Worse things have happened to people, and the price was just too high. We'll find a way to pick things up. I know you did everything you could for us, Lore. It probably was smart not to trust that ghost anyways. You won't have to do it alone, Oscar. You can help yourself to whatever you need from the store. Yeah, I'm sure Aunt Winnie and I can help out too. This is a good town, full of good people, Lore. We won't let this ruin Oscar. Were you all conscious that whole time? Everyone glances at each other. Yeah. It was awful. Kind of fun, too, but mostly awful. You got to be cryptic and weird, Avery. You had the easiest time out of all of them. I'm pretty sure we remember everything, at least up until Sybil showed up and snapped us out of it. What do we do about the library? We can always board it up until the ghost goes away, right? The mines were boarded up, and that just made us want to go down there even more. We can't just tell them it's mega haunted. Even if folks believe us, that'll just make them want to investigate for themselves. Maybe Tabitha had the right idea. Maybe we just say there's a gas leak. Sybil, is there a chance this goes away on its own? I'm not really an authority on these things, but it doesn't seem interested in fading away. Okay, that's settled then. We board it up, we say there was a gas leak. And just hope no one gets curious, I guess. It's the best we can do for now. What was it like, being puppeted? They all glance away. Bad question, Lore. It hurt. Why didn't I make the kids stay behind? I can't believe I let that happen to them. Dad, this might be the overwhelming pain and exhaustion talking, but shut up. I love you. None of this is your fault, okay? Good kid! I had no idea what I was going to say until the words were already spilling out. It was like I had no control over myself. I remember each and everything I said. It's like it was burned into my memory. You poor souls. I can't begin to imagine what you've all been through. We should probably get going. It's starting to get chilly out, and I don't want to keep Alexis's parents up too late. I'll be over later tonight with some bedding and hot tea, and I'll have Miles bring you groceries in the morning. Don't be a stranger, and let us know if you need anything, okay? I believe it's time for me to get my daughter home as well. But, Kanika, dear, you haven't been feeling well. You need to get some rest. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow, Lore. But I'm wired and I want to talk about stuff. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Cool. Kanika warily treks back to the general store. Before I go, Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. Oh, they're going to leave me with Avery, and I'm going to get to press Avery on the entity that he was possessing, that he was, possessed to be. Sybil places a hand on your arm, holding you back for a moment. I'm sure you have questions after everything you saw tonight, but let's not get into it here. I think everyone could use a little rest and relaxation right now, yourself included. Oh, right, they. Avery's a they. My bad. If you swing by the tea room sometime tomorrow, say early afternoon, you and I can have a little chat. I'll see you then, Lore. Sybil leaves you and catches up to her daughter. I guess it's just the two of us now. Do you have any idea who you were? I could roughly place most of the others. None whatsoever, but I remember everything I said, and I remember that cold feeling. A prisoner of the Scarlets. I wonder what your family was up to back then. I guess we can add it to the ever-growing pile of mysteries. What do you remember? As far as I know, all of it. I might start forgetting soon, but for now it's all fresh. The twisting wasn't the most pleasant, but even though I feel like I got tossed in a blender, it honestly made me feel so alive. It awakened something in me. I'll never jack into anything but ghosts again. So you don't regret coming along tonight? Look, that was a horrible experience that will stick with me for the rest of my days. But it was also kind of amazing for that. I don't know if that made sense, but how many other people can say they were possessed by a ghost? I guess you finally got some shared trauma with everyone now. Avery chuckles, then grabs at their ribs, wincing. Yeah, I guess I do, huh? I know tonight was horrific, but it was also thrilling, and knowing we all went through it together, it makes it easier. There are people to commiserate with tomorrow morning when the soreness really starts to set in. Which reminds me, I'd better get back home. I'm supposed to have a shift tomorrow morning. I might have to call in sick, but here's hoping a good night's sleep is enough to heal up. Avery heads off, leaving the square in front of the library empty. Well, all the ditchlings are gone. Time to wrap things up here. Go back to the estate. The ride back is nearly silent as you and Tabitha reflect on the night's events and your decision to leave the haunting intact. Do you think we did the right thing? I'm glad we're both still in one piece. Me too. It's like Sybil said, it's done, and there's nothing we can do about it other than move on. So I guess ghosts are real. Yeah, I guess so. How do you feel about that? The same as I felt before we went into that house. You'd be surprised how quickly people adjust to terrible realities. I'd much rather move on from what happened tonight than make a big deal out of it, and I'm sure most of your little friends feel the same way. Ride in silence. Fair enough, Tabitha. I was hoping we could commiserate, but I guess we need to give you space to consider what just happened. You slide back into silence as the car makes its way back to the estate. You're back inside. After the events of this evening, the howling winds and unsteady creaks of the estate almost feel like a warm welcome. Well, we're back. I'm going to open with, how did you know? No, I'm going to do Wayne later. How did you know to call Sybil? Who else should I have called? The cops? I believe you've seen their competence on full display. Besides, I'm sure you've heard that old woman talk. If anyone in this town would have known how to deal with a ghost, it'd be her, right? That's a good point, actually. Do you think Stella is okay? Like, emotionally? She wandered off back there. I'm worried about her. She's a pest, and like all pests, she has an uncanny way of bouncing back from things. She'll be fine. What's going to happen to the library? It'll stay boarded up until a real ghost hunter comes in, or something. Yeah, actually, Tabitha's a believer now. She'd call in a real ghost hunter to deal with it. Or maybe Charlie will just get fed up and disappear. I don't know how ghosts work. And it's not our problem now anyway. The important thing is we both got out of there, and even though everybody got banged up, nobody died. That's a good question. How many of them could I have gotten killed if I'd screwed up that haunting? Actual question. Went into the haunting with lawyering during the trial. I won't mystical like you did all through. I won't even charge Oscar and Rosalina much rent for the old Maxwell place out of the kindness of my heart. I'm sure they'll find something soon. I want to talk about Wayne. Really talk. Here we go. Do you think he's actually going to hurt Stella? No, he's a creep, but I don't think he has it in him to hurt her. And I don't know if you've noticed, but Stella is irritatingly resourceful. She'll be fine. Why is he following me? He's a creep, stalking his ex's cousin. You were involved. All the more reason to not talk to him. He's a different man now. Stay away from him. You really don't want me talking to him. What does he know that you're afraid I'll find out? I just know him. Please, trust me when I say he's bad news. Why is he all gross? He's sick or something. Probably part of why he's such a creepy weirdo now. I don't know if it's contagious, but I wouldn't rule it out, so don't go near him. If I accuse her of killing him, the answer will be no, and she'll be mad at me, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't know about you, but I feel pretty traumatized right now. That's great. Now you're really a Scarlet. Oh, that poor girl's half-hearted smile. That droopy, melted face. Let this be a lesson to you, Lore. Alright, I think it's time for me to turn in. That's a good idea. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Don't keep poking around looking for trouble. You just have to make it to the funeral. 4 more days. That's all. And then the bus comes. I'd like to stay in touch after all this is done. We've both got plenty of time to think that over. Anyway, night. See you tomorrow. Time to go to bed. You don't even notice yourself entering the guest room and falling into bed. Suddenly, you're just there, buried under your family's musty covers. It's Wednesday night. Nearly half a week has passed since you first arrived in town, and a little over half a week remains until the bus comes to take you home. The spirit of Charles Shaw, Jr. now commands the entirety of City Hall, a swirling void of wrath and despair that the people of this town will have to learn to ignore. Disaster looms its tallest yet over Scarlet Hollow. Man, what a mess. What a mess. This game is so fucking good. Episode 4 awaits. If you'd like to save before continuing, please do so now. Save. Okay. Inigo. Here's a thought. So, why don't I stop here and do the entirety of episode 4? What is it, the 4th, I think, is when we have Scarlet Hollow scheduled? Yes. Why don't I do the entirety of episode 4 on, the 4th when we have Scarlet Hollow scheduled? Because this is a good break point. It's doing a quarter of chapter 4 before turning in for the day. Sounds like an awkward stopping point. Yeah? You think that's a good idea? Cool. Awesome. Man, this game is so fucking good. Oh my god, this game is so good! The horror is great. The atmosphere is great. The characters are great. The story is fantastic. Oh, and every choice has weight. Man. This game is really good. I'm glad I got to play it. Oh, man. Okay, well, I'm going to read my schedule and get off. Before I do that, I would like to plug my Patreon. I make my living off of Patreon. It's my sole source of income, and I make enough to pay my rent and my bills, but I don't make much beyond that. And I'd like to start putting together an emergency fund for medical emergencies, or if I need to replace something that breaks, you know, whatever. And I haven't had that for a very long time. So if you could go to my Patreon, which you can find either with the ! Patreon command in Twitch chat, or in the description of the YouTube video, pledge $1 a month, or $1 per stream, or anything in between. Every little bit helps. You guys, like I said, it's my only source of income, so you guys make it so that I can do this strange, silly job for a living. I love my job. I wouldn't want to do anything else, and I'm endlessly grateful to the people who make it so I can do this. I love you guys. So, as for my schedule, tomorrow we're going to be playing 13 Sentinels Aegis Rim for a patron. Monday will be The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky for a patron, and that's the end of July. At the start of August, Tuesday will be Metal Gear Solid 3 for a patron. Wednesday will be The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for a patron. Thursday will be Slay the Princess at 5 p.m. EST for a patron, not at my usual 1 p.m. start time. Friday will be Scarlet Hollow at 2 p.m. EST for a patron. We're going to finish up, we're going to do all of episode 4 and finish up what's already been released. And then I will join the people desperately waiting for more to come out. And then next Saturday will, of course, be our weekly Final Fantasy XIV stream. So, for now, thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.